Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon. January 11th, we're looking at Window Traders market profile of SPY, WMN, triple Qs. And again, a very, very impressive day by the bulls. So basically, what have we done? We hit an all-time high a week ago today. January 4th, SPY traded 479.98, so 480. Yesterday morning, we got down to 450. 660. So almost a $24 move to the downside. And now in mostly 2 days after C period from yesterday and all day today, we've taken back. We're back. We got almost to 470. Right? So almost a $14 retracement, $13, $14 retracement after coming in almost $24. The big thing that we did, we put the daily back in balance in all three of these time frames. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the weekly is still down, even though we're back inside of last week's range. We did have an outside week down. It started off well yesterday, but since then, bulls have done nothing but control it. We go out with a double distribution day. We had a triple distribution day till late in the day when M took back K singles. So we have one set in D. Now, we also have two sets for Russell, E and H. So they go out with a triple distribution day and a one set in triple Qs. So Russell with the triple distribution. Now we did have an attempt at numerous other single prints up here, but they kept getting filled. Each new high, we made new high in H, filled. New high at I, filled. New high in L, filled. And then they finally filled the ones in K. But we do go out with a double distribution day. Another fantastic range, $7.80. Volume right now at 73.5 million. It's going to be one of the lightest so far early in the month. Our average is just under 90 million. We should be doing probably a good 80 million with the after hours. So not bad. You get that kind of volume, 80 million a day, and ranges of $6-7. You can't go wrong. We close above both the 50 and the 20-day moving average. We battled the price probe the first four time frames, right? We kept coming back inside of it. And then finally, when D took out today's high, A's high, took out yesterday's high, there she went. She never looked back. Had a good day today. I made a couple of longs in A period against the price probe. Worked out for me on the 464 calls. The one I missed was at A's low. I was talking to somebody in the room, was preoccupied. That's one I definitely would have taken against value high and M's low. But that's okay. Then in D period, took the long when we got above C, thinking we were going to pop the top, take out today's high and yesterday's high, 466 calls. That worked out. And then when it pushed up, I took a short the first time against the 50-day moving average of 469 puts, which paid me. In E, I took a short the 470 puts against the afternoon rally high from January 7th. Again, got paid as we backed off a bit. And then I took a long when we pulled back against the single prints, the 466 calls. So playing both sides of the market today worked nicely. Again in H, I thought we were going to pop the top, took a long. Right before we took out G's high, I bought the 467s, and we went and made a new high on the day. J period. Took a small short when it couldn't take out I and added to it as soon as it took it, right before it took out I's low. Didn't hold on to them long, thank goodness. I thought we'd get more of a flush. We didn't, but they still paid me, and I got out of them pretty good because they went right back up. And then in K, first time against the 20-day moving average, I took a put play, which worked. So good day, really good day overall for me and for the room as the market once again amazes and delights all. As far as our destinations, the upside, today's high of 469.85. Then we have 470.82 daily high, and then the single print from January 5th, 471.71 to 473.22. That's a large set. And then 473.88 to 475.31. Also a very large set. So even though bulls have done a lot of really good things, right? This day is still going to be a mountain to climb for them just yet. Okay, don't forget, we have both PPI. Tomorrow we have CPI? Yep, and Thursday we have PPI. So I will not be here Friday. And then the market's closed Monday. So even though the bulls have done a fantastic job taking more than half of this pullback back in a very short period of time, there's still a lot of work to do from that trend days from January 5th. And then on the downside, we go out with another price probe. L's high of 469.63. Then we have our afternoon pullback low in J of 467.70. And our single prints 466.20 to 465.46. E's low to A's high. So tomorrow you treat this as two separate days. E's low to the day's high. A's high to the day's low. And yes, today's low is 462.05. And then on the chart, just going to show you the weekly and the daily. So here's the weekly. We are still one time framing down. Yes, we're back inside last week's range. But again, we're still, look, we didn't get close. We didn't get to the bottom of this 4-week balance. We did not. Does it mean we have to? Not necessarily. It also doesn't mean the buyers are out of the woods yet. Just doesn't. Yeah, it was two very good days, but two very good days of mostly short covering and momentum buying. So they have to continue it, but at least they stopped the one-time framing down in the daily to come into balance. But nothing changes on the weekly until we either take out last week's high or next week take out whatever this week's high is. And then on the daily, we are now in a 4-day balance. I'll call it a 4-day balance. We will use January 6th high of 470.82 as the top of the balance. And yesterday's low of 456 is the bottom. So that's a rather large balance, right? Rounded out, 471 to 456 or 457. That's a $14 balance. Like I said, this day is not going to be too easy to take back. You're not going to just take it back right away. Very nice we got above the 50. Very nice we got above the 20. But one day doesn't make a market. So more importantly to me is now what happens at the top of this balance. If we can't get above the 470.82 level to at least start attacking these single prints from the 5th, well, then in the bigger picture, we might roll over again and test the bottom of this balance. All remains to be seen. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Come check us out at CamelbackTrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.